Hello there, and welcome to Nerd Virgin.
That was aggressive.
You said this. We're keeping this. Hello there, and welcome to Nerd Virgin. I'm Greg,
And I am Alicia.
and in this episode, I read The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Episode 6, people. We're churning along. This is the episode where Greg predicts that Ireland's going to be in the Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah, and
you shit on my favorite book consistently. It's still the highest score.
well, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, good for you then. Good for your book being the highest score. I'm happy for you.
Just listen. It's funny.
And this book gets serious.
Oh my God. Like, follow, comment, share. And here is episode 6.
Enjoy.
Good morning, Bug.
Solid open.
Listen.
Episode 6.
We just discovered on the side that every time that you open, you do it as an insult. But he didn't realize that he wasn't insulting me. He was insulting our listeners.
You're welcome.
I don't know. Bogart isn't really an insult. Unless we're talking about your definition of it.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
On 97. All right. Hi. Welcome back to Nerd Virgin. We've got a good one for you. We've taken a tiny bit of a longer break than normal because it takes Greg longer to read books that are for older children.
First off, they don't know this. They don't know that we took a break.
Well, I'm telling them. And you read Prisoner of Azkaban. Woo! Which is my absolute favorite of all of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is not going to be what you said to me about Star Wars where you're like, this is the peak and the rest is shit. Prisoner of Azkaban is just my personal favorite.
People love the prequel. Well, people love other Star Wars films. It's just the majority believe.
Do they?
Yes. But the majority believe that the original trilogy is the best.
And the second one is the best.
People, that's the popular opinion.
I know. So far, it's my favorite, but I've only watched 2. So, anyway, you read Prisoner of Azkaban, so I say we dive right in. Yeah. Chapter 1, Outpost. Not a whole lot in there other than the fact that we find out that third-year students... Well, first of all, Harry's summer sucked again.
Yeah.
And we find out that third-year students have a new experience. Those are like the big ones. Do you have anything else notable in your notes?
Just that the Weasleys were in Egypt, and I wrote Hogsmeade. Found out about that. And
That's
then
right, they won. They won that trip.
Wrote down Sneakoscope.
Oh, okay.
And then
That's
obviously...
a cool invention.
He got little gifts from everyone.
Bless you.
Yeah, but chapter 1 was just kind of reintroduction, I guess.
Yeah, all right. But we get to chapter 2, Aunt Marge, she's a bitch.
Yeah, more fat shaming, 5 chins, fat head, fat wrist.
She's also not nice.
We
so like
get it. Oh, you mean JK?
No, yes, she's not nice.
She's the one fat shamed. What do you mean?
She also shames. Anyway, we'll
Marge?
save that for another day. No, Marge is a bitch.
Yeah,
she's like, you deserve everything you're getting. You're a piece of crap. You should go to St. Brutus's boys for the blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a bitch. And she's like, get me my... What, doesn't she have him, like, pour her drinks and, like...
Oh, yeah, she treats him like dirt. Which is the
like,
norm.
And my brother is so magical for taking you in. And giving you shitty clothes and a fucking staircase. Has he moved out of that? He's out of there now, right? When he's home for the summer, he's in a room now, isn't he? He's not under the stairs.
Yeah.
He was given Dudley's, like, smaller room.
I think the stairs is just punishment.
Oh, they shove him under.
I could be wrong.
They're so lovely, aren't they?
But yes.
All right, so he blows up Marge.
Yeah. And he's like, Pee?
Yeah, because, I mean, he knows that magic outside of Hogwarts is illegal for those who are not trained and certified,
right,
if you will. So, all right, so he's like, fuck this up. So he grabs his shit, he throws it down the stairs and walks out.
About damn time.
That he runs into a dog in the night.
Yeah, and he's scared,
yeah,
to say the least.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking beast down an alleyway in the middle of London.
Some people are afraid of dogs.
Dark-ass alleyways. I mean, you're not in London, but, you know, parts of the
countryside or
larger
whatever.
England areas. Anyway, and just as he's about to like be pounced on, you think the night bus shows up.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the night bus?
Unexpected, but it was a bumpy ride. No, it was interesting. I didn't know where, not literally, I didn't know where like they were going with that. I
Mhm.
don't know if that was like it's gonna take him to the ministry and he's in trouble.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. You know, you never know. But no,
No, it's public transportation for the
yeah,
Wizarding World,
Now I know.
which is freaking cool.
Now I know. Everyone's talking about Sirius Black.
Yeah, well, it's just a cool visual, and I will say this much.
Wouldn't know.
No. You don't see things in your head when you read.
I'm kidding.
Do you know that that's not
I
wait,
thought
wait.
that we were gonna talk that it's about Sirius Black.
We're going to put a pin in this, but a side story is that there actually are people that don't picture things when they read or remember.
No, I definitely.
I 100% picture. Anyway, she described a really interesting bus. I mean, it squeezes in and out of traffic, and it's got a pimply, gross conductor man thing. And I mean, it's very visceral, her experiences, and the fact that the beds slide around and like all these people are on it and getting on and off. I think it's really cool. And I will say, in the movie, it did get kind of cheesy, and we'll touch on the movie later on in our seasons, but the director took it in a different direction. But that is something that you will, when you said a couple of episodes ago that you want to see these things, the night bus is actually something that you can get on.
What do you mean?
Like you can get on the night bus, both in the tour in London, and you can stand outside of it in Universal.
When I said I want to see these things, I really meant like how they come to life in the movies.
Oh, but you can physically
yes,
get on this bus. Like,
yes, I do want to get
so cool
to Florida and see all this
and London.
And London
again. Yes, babe. Okay. So any other comments from the night bus?
No, but all my notes are really just about what they're talking about because they're explaining Sirius Black and crime and all that. So that was where my focus was, rather than just like the really bad driving and the brakes and jolting forward and back from the bus.
Yeah. I mean, you get your first sense of like the larger Wizarding World. This is not just a school where everything is hunky dory. It's like criminals.
Yeah.
And
right away, I'm like, all right, definitely Voldemort's right-hand man. Like, that's where my mind went.
All right.
All right, so I don't think he's coming for Harry. You know, my immediate thoughts, I think he's coming. Like, I think he was aided by Voldemort. He's got to meet up with him. They have grand plan.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're supposed to. So, that's a good thing. All right, so we get to the leaky cauldron, and Fudge pops out. A lovely guy with his bowler hat swinging around.
And he's all like, you're not punished. And Harry's like, what?
Wait, that will come back. He's such a... No, Fudge, he's so gross. But he is a representation of larger world politics, right? Like when it suits you, you're going to just shove something under the rug. Like a boy doing something that's illegal. I mean, no, it's okay. You're just Harry Potter. We're just going to let this...
Well, this goes back to what I've said.
This in right here.
This goes back to what I've said previously. Like, he's famous, and you, like, fought me on that. Like,
I know he's famous, but again, he's famous because his parents were killed. He's notorious? Is that the right word? No, notorious means you're like a killer yourself, doesn't it? Anyway, doesn't matter.
R.I.P. Biggie.
But we get to stay in the leaky cauldron. Any comments?
Yeah.
There?
No, it was his first taste of freedom. His own.
Yeah. So cool.
He gets his galleons and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing shit on his own, which is cool. Good for him. Okay, now you see the Firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Nimbus is an older model, which is probably cheaper. So buy it for the fucking team.
You also have to understand, he is a kid who was raised ultimately in poverty.
Nah, I'm not getting over this. Share the wealth, baby.
He's not just going to blow. Also, he's, how old is he now? 11, 12, 13. He's 13. He's going to buy himself ice cream. He's not going to buy a zillion gallon.
Rewind 2 or 3 chapters. He's getting gifts from other people.
For his birthday. It's his birthday.
You want to win the cup? Buy the better stickies.
No, you don't even need that. If you're a
stickies.
better player, you don't need the better equipment.
Yeah, but maybe his teammates aren't as good as him.
They are.
Has Wood ever won the
all
cup?
Good.
Has Wood ever won the cup? Boom.
But Wood is the reason. Anyway, okay, fine.
Has Wood ever gotten good wood?
He's pretty hot in the movies.
He's a kid.
All right, so we go to school now. Does he run into anybody while he's shopping?
Well,
like Hermione and the Weasley show up, don't they?
Yeah, they show up. He spends like all day eating fucking ice cream.
Florian Fortescue's, man.
Yeah, and then excuse me?
Florian Fortescue's is the ice cream place. I'm going to take you there.
I didn't know what the
It's delicious.
Yeah, they kill the day just being kids.
Yeah, because he's there for a while. Isn't he there for like the rest of the summer?
I think it was like
a couple of weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He was waiting for the
Weasleys. He like hangs out and like eats ice cream on his own and like, yeah. Anyway, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. He goes to school. He's on the train.
But whoa.
Oh, sorry.
In my notes, I have Death Omen and Black Fog. Sorry, Black Dog. Really.
Oh.
I can't read my fucking
Fog.
I have Death Omen. So a Death Omen, he must have seen something or comes in chapter 4.
Gotta be a textbook thing.
And then I wrote rat powers, ? Didn't know rats could. So I wrote that.
But what does he do? What does Scabbers do? Does he like spark somebody?
No, they go to, was it the pet store, the rat shop?
Oh, that's right. Because wait, Hermione gets Crookshanks.
Yes.
Got it.
In my notes.
Got it.
And then, still in chapter 4, Leaky Cauldron, the end of it, they're getting ready to go, and Mr. Weasley pulls Ron aside and does he's after you. Don't go looking for him, no matter what you hear.
Yes.
He's at Hogwarts.
Because he doesn't say what he
talks
is.
in his sleep, I believe. He's at Hogwarts. So those are the only notes I have there. And then that's just building Black and making him seem evil and after Harry Potter. So, okay. Chapter 5, what happens on the train is we meet Lupin first.
Lupin, which you nailed in your definitions. Absolutely nailed it. And you said that he is going to be a character or food. All right, fine, I'll give you whatever. But then you said a character that he's going to be the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, which...
Nailed it.
Bing, bing, bing. You're really bad.
Whatever.
But yeah, you did. You nailed it.
Hold on, let me try that again. Okay. Thank you, people. I'll stop insulting you on Harry Potter.
You nailed that. You were like, oh, I think I was like, oh, shit, you nailed it.
Clearly have a cycle going.
So this is the first definition that one of us has gotten entirely correct, right?
It's not true. Wait for yours.
Oh, I got one?
Yeah. Wait. Did you get? I have to go back and read it. Well, you were like super specific about like 2 of them, and I don't know if they were the right terms, but
no, you said it to me. You said, anyway, all right.
Maybe. Fine. You know what? Again.
Okay, we're having way too much fun with these sound effects. All right, but a Dementor is on the train.
See, now I'll backtrack again. We did hear about the scary Asgardian. Asgardian. My bad. Wrong title.
Marvel.
Azkaban guards.
Yeah.
And now
we're getting a taste of them.
I don't know if do we
at school.
The Dementor is the name of chapter 5. Yes. So, yeah, they get on the train and Harry freezes.
Yeah.
Doesn't falls.
Yeah. Which now you know is because it literally pulls from the depths of your trauma experiences. Makes you.
I didn't know when I was reading.
I know that. I mean, you just think that he passes out and he feels like a wiener. He's like, "What the f?" And then Lupin wakes up from his I went out drinking last night. Stir.
Yeah. Lupin lives raggedy.
And yeah, he's like a dirty, floppy pile. What do they say? He's like a pile of laundry or something in the side of the train. And he gets up and he casts again what we now know as the Patronus. But then he gives everybody chocolate.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, is chocolate a remedy? Do these scary ass things? Chocolate makes everything better, like that.
Well, no,
I was confused.
Well,
I was like,
again, you learn that later. Which, tell me now, throughout the book, didn't you crave chocolate every time they fucking talked about cracking a new piece?
Trying to watch my blood sugar.
Why? So that J.K. Rowling can't. Anyway,
no, don't. I'll tell you what I was craving at the end of this. Okay,
I will say
craving chocolate.
Ew. Trelawney, weren't you? No, okay. So I was
a character, but we'll get there.
Of course. Ew. All right.
Shut up. It's written in the book.
So
Wait,
I wanted to point this out as I was reliving the chapters briefly in my mind. I know that it's been a topic among the fandom that why would they bring the guards from the most dangerous prison into a school? And in my head, I'm going, New York City cops are in fucking schools. It's the same shit.
Well, I didn't take it there. I just thought it was easily. It wasn't an argument in my mind with anything. It was it was put away because Dumbledore didn't want it.
He didn't, but he didn't have a say.
But the fact that it's known that people have an issue with it is like, oh, okay, I have no problem. It makes sense.
What?
Like the fact, like if that whole Dumbledore side of it wasn't in the book, it'd be like, all right, this is weird. Why are these people here? Why are these things here? Like, but the fact that Dumbledore had such a problem with it and that presents itself,
Yeah.
like then I was like,
Because
oh,
they're dangerous.
no, I'm just saying, but like some other writers might write like might not put that Dumbledore line in there.
That's the whole point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I had no problem. I had no problem with these things at the school.
You didn't have a problem with a deathly guard that guards
I didn't know
the
what they
most
were yet.
high-profile prisoners
Didn't know what they were yet.
being with 11-year-olds that are not allowed to use magic, basically.
Well, that's not. Those weren't my issues.
I'll
say that.
Go back to this parallel that I've drawn that New York City cops are in DOE schools. But you want to talk current events?
Shit's crazy.
We won't go too far into it, but I will say where I am,
check the kids, yo.
the conversation right now is armed guards. And that's a real conversation going on in schools. So like welcome to the conversation about having dangerous creatures, if you will, guarding your school. It's a school. It's a place of education. Why do you need dangerous guards?
Well, I'm pretty sure the Dementors don't have background checks.
Okay.
So let's just hope whoever's making these decisions know what the hell they're
They suck the souls
Let
out
me
of
get back to
people.
Harry fucking
Okay,
Potter.
so here we go. Talons
Jesus.
and tea leaves.
I'm not there yet. I wrote a little note. I'm going to soften the mood here. I wrote Potty and the Weasel. Sounds like a radio show. Because I maybe Draco. Which I'm going to call him Draco because there's no Y in his name.
It's
There's no Y. No Draco. It's Draco. Anyway. No, it sounds like a little stupid radio show from like the like late 80s.
Put a pin in radio show.
Potty and the Weasel. That's what I thought of.
Next.
Okay, so yeah.
So they're in school.
Yes.
We meet a couple of new characters. Listen, these chapters, these are the chapters that in the movies, they're like, okay, we obviously can't flesh out all of this stuff, right? So you and me, for pacing purposes, can't talk about quite literally everything. But I love these chapters because these are the chapters that build the world for you. This is Hagrid's class, and this is who we take classes with. Gryffindors are with Slytherins, and here is the magical creature that he's going to teach. Is this the first year he's teaching, right?
Yes.
Yes, because this is his first.
They found out he was innocent and
brought him back.
Yeah.
Right, because he didn't open the Chamber of Secrets for the second time.
Correct.
Okay, so he's now a teacher. Dun, 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 dun.
See, like you say,
What are your certifications?
you say the world building, everything, the world building and everything, but like I feel like this world's built for me.
Already?
Well, like Hogwarts, yeah.
Yeah, but this
I mean,
pair
we'll-
of
we'll get-
magical
we'll-
creatures
we'll
is
get
not
to-
a class. Like, you haven't really gotten a taste of most classes.
No, but I feel like
As you progress through
We're gonna
education,
have,
you
what?
take new ones.
7 books all in. I'm guessing. Don't you have to say anything either way, but I'm guessing we have 7 books. Probably 6 of them all in the same setting. But I get it. It's what it is. But so you love the world building, and that's great. But I want the character developed.
It is character development. Draco's a little wiener,
No,
and
I'm
he gets
I'm
snapped
not
at because he
saying there
doesn't
wasn't.
listen to directions. And then Hagrid is built here, and so is Harry and Hermione.
No,
and
you
all
said
those
world
people.
building, and that's
Sorry, it is,
great.
but you're saying it's not character development. There's plenty of
I
character
didn't
development.
say that. I said I like character development.
So that's what you like about this chapter.
No, I said that's what I'm looking for. I don't know what you're reacting to because I'm just saying what I want. I'm not-
Buckbeak biting Draco.
Yeah, Buckbeak, sick name. We're not even there yet. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get us back on fucking course here. Hermie has 3 classes at 9 a.m. What?
Yep. Welcome to the conundrum.
So I'm like, all right.
But you picked up on that. A lot of people didn't.
I wrote it. How can she have 3 classes? Is she?
Meanwhile,
is she apparating?
It plays into these stereotypes of like boys just being like, she's 3 classes? Whatever. I'm gonna go play gobstones.
Well, they did that. Chapter 4, 3 or whatever. Okay, so Hermie's being like real sketch. And you like Sir Cadogan? I can't read my hand.
Sir Cadogan?
What the fuck? Again, I'm reading.
I didn't say I liked him.
You said before we started.
No, I didn't. I just said, oh, he's funny.
So you don't like funny people?
Sometimes you laugh at people, not with people.
I hate you. Yeah, okay. And then
Sir Cadogan.
Another term. She was a character. Trelawney?
Trelawney. Yeah.
Said it right.
Who winds up being interesting. And hold on. So that was
one of my terms.
That was a dry quiz term. And you said, and listen, there's little apples of truth in here. Ready? A person, a middle-aged witch. You're not wrong there.
Boom.
Who is new. All right, she's not new, but she's new to us, I guess, if you will. I'll give you that much. She's not new to the school. No one really knows her. And we're going to learn about her on the fly. No one thinks one way or the other. Maybe she's the new Dada teacher. Her background will be cloudy. And that was very interesting.
Yeah, especially when you find out what like their final exam was and shit.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. So, okay, so you meet Trelawney.
And I wrote inner ego ? I wrote sight, like a C or whatever. And then I wrote grim, omen of death. And Animagi. Am I saying it?
Animagus?
Animagi.
Oh, Animagi.
True seers are very rare.
Animagi, yeah, okay. Several Animagus.
Yeah. Ron's worried because the omen of death. So everyone thinks Harry's gonna die and drop dead and
I'm like, welcome to your first day of class. You're dead.
Yeah. So I wrote that. Then we get to Buckbeak.
Pause. Your first experience with this classroom. It's hot. It's freaking.
It's upstairs.
Yeah, you have to climb up a ladder and a trapdoor, and you get in this hot, hazy classroom. It smells like perfume. There's poofies all over the place, and you're just reading.
Hey fans, Alicia loves world building. Give me some character development.
What would you think about taking this class was going to be my question, but now
I'd be annoyed to climb through a fucking trap door every fucking day.
No, that'd be amazing.
I wouldn't want my.
Our high school didn't exactly have trap doors. We just walked through these
there actually was in the men's locker room.
What?
Yeah, you could crawl down, and we stole. Please don't arrest me. We stole old jerseys.
I feel like the statute of limitation is over, but yes, I vaguely recall
Crawl down there.
Yeah, you guys also stole trucks. So
no, I'm innocent.
Are
Next
you?
chapter.
Okay.
Buckbeak. Dumb name.
Why?
I don't know, just
it's the name of a
Buckbeak.
Bird horse.
Buckbeak.
What would you name it?
I don't know. Something.
It bucks and it has a beak.
But there's 3 more of them. They all have...
I'm sorry. What was the name of the Yeti?
The Wampa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought it was money.
Okay, but it's a freaking Wampa?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with Buckbeak?
Well, because it's a little too on the nose.
What else did you name it?
Speaking of that, I'm mad that I didn't pick up...
Featherhoof?
I'm mad that I didn't pick up on Lupin. Mad about that. We'll get to that.
What?
Lupo, wolf in Italian. So...
see, she's incredible with word origin.
Is that incredible?
Yeah. Literally nothing is without an immense amount of thought. Every single name origin.
Buckbeak?
This again, shout out to MuggleCast, man.
Skelligro?
There is a host on MuggleCast, Laura, and for a while, all she did was name origin, and it was incredible. It was all of these, literally every character, if you had done any research at all, you would know exactly who they were.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
Okay, moving on.
I thought it was funny that, just to wrap up the whole Buckbeak thing, I thought it was funny that Malfoy was like, I'm dying.
Yeah, because he's a wiener.
Yeah.
Father will hear about this. He's such a loser.
And then, chapter 7. Another term.
Bogart in the
Right in my
wardrobe.
face.
Here we go. You said a Bogart was a thing, an actual art. It's a piece of art that has secrets that helps you. Bog art. Artwork that comes to life somehow.
Nope.
Not even close. But what do you think of a Bogart?
That was cool. This is one of my likes.
So talk about it, and then I'm going to bring you back to a parallel that I saw in the second Star Wars movie.
Okay. Shapeshifter brings up your fears. Laughter beats it, though. Laughter is victory. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was interesting to see what everyone's fear was, and then we don't get to see Harry's.
Well, you do. You just...
Well, but Lupin stopped it.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right. Like, right away, you're like, oh, yeah, it's going to be Voldemort. It's going to be Voldemort.
See, I didn't pick up on that, but I read this when it came out, so, like, I was younger.
Oh, so my brain's more developed? No, I just...
I didn't say.
No, I know you didn't say. That's why I kept talking. Having a great time. No, and then I think he pretty much tells Lupin, like, no, it would be a Dementor. He was like, oh.
Yeah. But, like, rightfully so. You don't want the entire class having the most powerful and dangerous wizard materialize in front of them.
I also wrote ridiculous, and I said,
I know I
couldn't say it better myself.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
I mean, a spider has skates.
Yeah, I wrote
That would be your...
Snape.
What would come out of the... What would...
Banshee, spider, orb.
What would come out of the closet for you, Greg? The spider.
Be a huge tarantula.
Yeah.
Now everyone insulted with Star Wars insults is going to send tarantula pictures to our something. Whoever.
You called them
I called them
nerfers.
They'll get it. They appreciate it.
Whatever.
Real ones know.
Thanks for asking about my Bogart. My Bogart.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay, keep going.
What would yours be, actually?
It comes later in the book, so I'll hold off. Just keep going.
Your real life fear?
Yes, comes later in the books.
Oh, I thought you meant later in this book. Oh.
No, later in the books. Shout out to Molly Weasley. Keep going.
I don't know what it's... All right. Flight of the Fat Lady. Moving ahead.
Yeah, she's like, hey. Her tapestry or her canvas is ripped.
Yeah, I have notes before that. But then just like Quidditch is coming.
Yeah.
Dark arts, red caps, Kappas. Lupin's like showing them shit. It's cool.
Isn't that
Hagrid
great?
Can't, and Hagrid can't.
But this is an actual class.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Love
Lupin's a great character.
Because all of the Dada teachers before now have sucked.
Yeah. Binky dead. Hermie logic. So I do like that Hermes actually being logical in Trelawney's face, giving her a little attitude. Yeah. Then we hear about Honeyduke, Shrieking Shack.
Ooh, how do you feel about that? Yeah.
And then
because they went to
Creepy's
Hogsmeade.
back.
Wait. Oh, Colin Creevy, yeah. So hold on.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm
I know
all
you're
over the
hopping
place.
around, but wait. So they go to Hogsmeade, and obviously Harry.
So this is what happens before the fat lady's attack.
Yes, but Harry can't go. It's not sad. But you do. You
It's
hear
not
about
sad.
this.
They're protecting him. Be smart, Harry. For once in your damn life, listen to someone older than you.
Oh my God, he doesn't have parents, and they're asking for a parent permission slip. That's fucked up.
Why is that fucked up?
Because you're asking for a parent permission slip. Here you go, Harry. Can you give this to your parents in their grave? Oh wait, no, they're fucking really dead.
He has guardians.
They're really
guardians
dead.
that hate him.
He doesn't really have guardians. He has prison guards.
That kill him on sight. Anyway. So then we get to the fat lady. And Black is in the castle.
Yeah, well, he ripped her to shreds.
Ruined the painting.
And Cadigan was like,
Fat lady's nowhere to be found.
I got it.
That guy.
He's just ridiculous.
Yeah, so nothing I really didn't take.
That's how the chapter ends,
Yeah,
isn't
from
it?
that
Yeah.
chapter. Just like he's in the castle. Yeah. little cliffhanger for you.
Yeah.
Until the
Well,
next
I mean,
page.
he's a murderer.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
Yeah.
At least at this point, he's a murderer. All right.
And then you're wondering how, why, what's he doing? How's he know where the hell like he knows he's in Gryffindor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But anyway.
Grim. Okay, so the next one is Grim Defeat. Sir Cadogan is now in the fat lady's painting, right? And he's giving everybody a hard time getting in his class.
Oh, and first mention of butterbeer.
First?
For me.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of here. They definitely talked about butterbeer in the first book. Greg.
They don't talk about Hogsmeade in the first book.
But they have butterbeer at school.
Sure about that?
Yes.
It's been a long week.
First mention. Jeez.
For me, it's the first mention of butterbeer. Maybe we talked
No,
about it.
we have definitely talked about it because I told you I have a recipe. Jesus Christ.
All right, it's the first time you know where to get butterbeer. How's that? Suck it.
Besides from a glass at your school. All right, so they go to Madame Rosmerta.
Yeah, and that's who I was talking about before.
That's who you're
Curvy lady, pretty face. I'm in.
Serving you drinks.
I'm in.
They talk about like her tits being out and like, don't they? No?
I don't know about that.
Later?
I don't know about
Anyway. Not her boobs.
Harry, not her.
No, but like, isn't she like busty? Don't they like describe her?
Curvy lady with a pretty face. This is not Harry Potter XXX.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, she's attractive.
Yeah,
she runs a bar, so she's got.
Wouldn't know that because you're making me read books. Oh. But I went to IMDb and looked at who they cast as her. A little old from.
Yes, very old for the character too. Like the way she's described in the books is not. They age everybody though in the movies. Keep going.
Yeah, and this is where stupid little Harry sneaks out. He finds. Well, I'm combining two chapters here.
Okay,
but actually, no, we're skipping chapter 9.
The Marauders map.
No, we're skipping chapter 9. Grim Defeat. It was
it goes straight to the Marauders.
Yeah, broken Nimbus. Harry almost died. And why do they keep having these kids play this game Quidditch when kids could die? Anyway, so
lacrosse, you can die. Football, you can die. Let's discuss the history of concussions in America during football.
You can't fall to your death,
sir, who went to a school that's very big on
fall to your death
football.
playing lacrosse or football.
Absolutely. You can get knocked in the head with a lacrosse ball, lights out for life. You can get hit in the chest and die.
Fall won't
you
kill
can have a heart
fall
attack.
Won't kill you.
Oh my God.
Fall from a broomstick.
Do you know what could kill you though?
There we go.
Helmet on helmet in football. Oh.
Stupid game. You want to protect your kids from Dementors? Get him off these flying fucking sticks that he won't buy for his team.
They live in a world of magic, right? They can fucking fix anything.
Except death. Can they fix death?
You cannot
That's probably coming in next book.
Lacrosse ball straight to your heart.
Jesus. You like this book a little too.
I love this.
I shouldn't say books. It's like this stupid made-up sport which you can die from falling. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a character.
I don't know.
I'm pointing to your notes because I see my name, but Alicia Spinette.
It's not your name. It's Alicia Spinette.
She's a badass character.
Angelina and Katie, not Beale.
So cool.
Okay, so Grim Defeat, we'll go over that because broken.
Yeah, it's not like
Nimbus.
a big, yeah.
Dementors came, fucked him up. Chapter 10, the Marauders map. This was cool. I like this a lot. This is one of my likes. Given to him by, I believe it was the twins.
Fred and George?
The twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you what, I didn't want to say this until I was done. I am now focused. And I didn't think this would happen. Because in a previous episode I said, are we just going to get 7 books of Voldemort trying to get him? This happened with me on a Star Wars show too. I just want Harry versus Voldemort. That's where my focus is going to be.
So you're not paying attention to any character development, even though you just said character development is your number one.
I'm writing down notes.
What do you think of Fred and George? That's really what I want to get out of this.
I wrote down, take me. That's what I wrote. Because he hears his mother's voice.
Oh, but that's...
Write everything
You said you wanted to skip.
No, I'm saying this is what this is going to lead to is I want
Which I want to go back to that. I know you're skipping it, but I want to go back to that eventually. Maybe in our Patreon we'll talk about that.
What, the mother's voice?
Yeah, like
well, it happens
how traumatic
it
would be being around a Dementor. What would you
no,
hear?
he doesn't know yet. He doesn't.
What would you hear?
What would I hear?
Yeah, I know exactly what I would hear.
You're bringing old
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. So
know.
Patreon, save it. Okay, keep going.
So Marauders map. That was great. That was cool. I like that part a lot.
You did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Little things like that, which is, I guess, world building. That's
Fred
stuff
and
I like.
George are
But it's got to be
badass.
good. It can't be like, I don't care about Neville Longbottom anymore. I don't. I'm in my late 30s. I don't care about Neville Longbottom and Colin Creepy. Give me the core characters. I wrote fun suckers.
That on a t-shirt. I don't care about Neville Longbottom.
I wrote Dementors are fun suckers.
My God. Okay,
they bring up the horrors
map.
in your past. This is what we're talking about. We're here. Horrors in the past. Lupin is now explaining what they are. We're getting close to Christmas. And I wrote Give It to Dumby.
What, the map?
To look for black. That's what I wrote. The map.
Of course, but he's a 13-year-old boy.
Don't say of course, but. Don't say of course, but.
We are adults. We are adults.
You can't say of course, but.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Anyway,
I've
she said of course,
mentioned
but.
in the
So
past,
she's just negative the positive.
I've mentioned in the past that I'm in the educational sector of life, right?
Sector.
I'm a teacher. The kids are students. They are not going to think
if
first.
A serial killer is after one of your students,
their brain,
and you know it.
Listen to me.
Are you going to approach?
Their brain is not matured. Our physical brain is not fully developed for females until you're at least 18 or 19.
It's also made up. I can feel how I want to feel.
That's not made up. And 20-something years old when you're... no, the facts that I'm spewing right now.
I'm not listening to you. Going... This isn't the Harry Potter
Keep going.
podcast
They're
anymore.
fucking 13, and they're not going to tell their fucking teachers, take this cool thing that I just acquired that's going to get me into town because I want candy.
Hey, Dumbledore, you've looked out for me every step of my life.
Oh, my God.
Has
he?
Yes.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to come back to that.
Dumbledore could solve all of these problems alone, but he's letting Harry Potter...
Absolutely can, and yet...
He's letting Harry Potter do it.
Fans, you heard it first.
Heard what?
Just keep going.
Dumbledore could do it.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Go.
He's Obi-Wan. It's
the firebolt.
Yeah, well, what we skipped over was Harry sneaking into Hogsmeade and hearing the whole story.
Yes.
Here's the conversation. That was a
incredible
development. That was good.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
good.
That's plot
what I'm
building.
That's what
plot
I'm looking
building.
for.
That's not character development. That's plot building.
No, that was
plot building.
That was
building plot.
That was developing Sirius Black's character.
Keep going. We need an ELA teacher in
Black betrayed James and Lily. That's building his character. That's
Where's
developing
Romano?
His character. Peter Pettigrew first gets mentioned. Okay, now Fireball.
Okay, so hold that thought. Peter Pettigrew is mentioned as like that
he was killed by
the martyr.
Yeah, he cornered Black.
He's the martyr. He's the one who's like, kill me for my friends.
Yeah. And it's
find out that Sirius killed. There's nothing left but a finger. He killed a bunch of muggles on the street. They had to wipe a lot of memories.
And it's developing Sirius Black into a crazy person because he was laughing uncontrollably when they found him in the street.
Let's talk about this for a hot second. This is a 13-year-old finding out how his parents were murdered via a conversation he wasn't supposed to be privy to. This is a lot. Beyond plot and character building. This is bringing the stories into new territory. This is murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone in the book's quick to kill. I wrote that down later.
Keep going. Get it.
Everyone in this book's quick. Harry wanted to kill Black right when he saw him in the Shrieking Shack.
He's 13 years old.
Anyway, so all right, if he's 13 years old, so he's 13 years old, so it's okay if he wants to kill someone and do it.
His parents were killed. He thinks...
He knows how to kill someone with his wand?
No.
So what the fuck was he going to do?
He wants to. He's not trying to. He wants to.
No, he said he was going to kill
them. Killed his parents. He wants to kill them. In his mind, Sirius is a symbol for everything bad that's ever happened to him.
Sirius even says, "Are you going to kill me?"
Including being locked under the stairs.
You can't have it both ways. Where
everything.
It's okay that he wants to kill someone, but you want to protect him from the Dementors.
Absolutely.
You're talking out of both sides.
What are you talking about? Of course I want to protect him. He's a 13-year-old whose parents were murdered. Of course he's going to have this internal battle that says, I want to live, but I want this guy to die. My parents are dead.
Anywho.
Oh, my God.
Fireball. He gets one. Who
You finally get your firebolt, Greg.
Well, no, the team didn't. Just spoiled little brat.
This one. Question mark
and I was
from...
I was like, Lupin?
Oh, I was like,
I wrote, Lupin is black?
Oh.
For a second, I was like, is Lupin black?
No. How would that even work?
Lupin something else.
Polyjuice potion.
And then Sneakoscope, Hermie, it keeps going off when she's around. Lupin's ill. Snape's making him some shit.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 12. Now Patronus. One of my turns.
Okay, so you said that a Patronus also could be a person. It's a tequila that goes great with pineapple. An ancient Roman wizard. Or a spell. Now here's where you started to go in the right direction. What you say with the wand, but then you went rogue and you said it turns you into a muggle for an hour. You weren't wrong about it being part of what you say with the wand. Kind of.
Yeah. I wasn't right.
Specto Patronum, but anyway, you were very wrong.
I wrote, you're going to love this one. So Patronus, anti-Dementor charm / guardian. And I wrote, dumbass cares more about Quidditch and killing black or I can't read my own note or whatever. But he's like, oh, I don't want the Dementors to come. I need to
Shall I remind you of his
away.
age?
To your knowledge, the murderer, well, not the murderer, the reason your parents are no longer alive is after you, to your knowledge. He gives a shit about this Quidditch game. Anyway.
He still has to live his life on a daily... Oh.
Stay indoors, kid.
Bubble yourself.
I don't know what that means.
Put yourself in bubble wrap.
Kind of. No. They wrote Vector. I never heard of... there was a Professor Vector. And then I wrote, has Hermie cloned herself? Because more classes.
Okay, all right. So you're getting there. You're getting there yourself.
And then Blood... Well, no. Before Blood's Kiss. Before Bloody Scabbers, I wrote Soul Suck Kiss, the Dementor kiss. Which I was like, oh, okay. It's interesting. And then you're just kind of like a zombie, lifeless, but still in human form, right?
They've taken your soul through your mouth.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's...
Got to feel good, by the way.
Excuse me?
It's got to feel good.
For...
It's being sarcastic. Jeez.
I don't know. Maybe you're into
Ew, I'm not into...
Weird Dementor kink.
S&M.
I don't know.
Dement-and-M.
Chapter 13 is more Quidditch. And Cho Chang?
Chode. Chode Chang.
You just call her Chode?
Yeah, I don't like her, but we'll get to that.
Why? Is this finally a love interest for Harry? You don't have to answer that.
I will not answer that.
But, like, come on with that name. Cho Chang?
Oh, it's so racist.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's
I didn't want to say it.
Racist.
Then fake Dementors, Malfoy trying to fuck with Harry, Gryffindor 1. And then that's the chapter where it ends with Black Hat standing over Ron.
Okay.
Right?
So we're skipping over the Quidditch final where Buckbeak is to be executed.
No, what do you think? I'm at chapter 13.
And what is that called? Gryffindor versus Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lee Jordan is hilarious. Do you not agree?
Yeah, he's completely biased, which is funny. That's good.
Love his
good
commentary. It's amazing.
Yes, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I see. Oh, you wrote Cho Chang, LOL.
Yes. But then I was like, oh, she's a little pretty. Harry's a little blushing. Is this a thing? But from like pop culture, never heard Cho Chang.
No, because
rightfully
sucks. So. Moving on.
A little more racist than Slave One. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But we all have corrections to make.
Learn from it. Just learn from it.
Yeah, no. So I was like, oh, no, I've never heard of her. So I'm guessing she's not a love interest of Harry.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
But I've never heard a series.
She sucks.
Maybe she breaks his little heart. Snape's Grudge, chapter 14.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hermie's been visiting Hagrid crying. They won't talk because she told on something. I forgot what happened.
Yep.
Oh, she told about the firebolt. The firebolt's been taken away. Is that what it is?
Yeah, she's like the mom when we went to parties in high school and took everybody's keys away. And
yeah, but
mad.
she, and I want to know why this was your favorite book. You mentioned that. I don't know if you mentioned it on air, but is this was your favorite book since you read it? The first time?
Well, I wouldn't have known that because I wouldn't have read the last books.
The hell are you talking about?
You're saying since the first time I read it, would it be my favorite? How would I know what my favorite was if I hadn't read
There were 2 before
4, 5, 6, and 7?
There were 2 before that.
Yeah, of course. 3 was my favorite.
And then it was better than 4, and then it was better than 5?
No.
In your opinion?
I decided that was my favorite after I read the entire series.
Okay. Could have just said no.
And I'll get into it when we finish this book.
Well, I want to know why. Because I have.
You ever finish this book?
Because I have not a theory, but I'm curious.
Okay, all right, keep going.
It's not a theory.
So Snape's grudge.
Snape's grudge. He pretty much gets caught at Hogsmeade. I call him an idiot. Talking about Harry. Why is he doing it again? Why are you risking it? Why are you going? Why are you throwing mud
Tempting
from an invisibility? Exactly.
Visibility?
And I said the
yeah,
cloak.
well, Draco's being a dick.
Why are you?
Because Draco's being a dick.
Yeah. Close call with Snape. James Potter was a coward, I wrote. A dick, a jerk. Then Lupin saves him. I don't know if I wrote that. Oh, because Snape doesn't explain the trick.
He doesn't.
So my initial thought was like, was James Potter a dick or a jerk? Because Snape doesn't go into detail. And Hagrid lost the buck case. Now, chapter 15, the Quidditch final.
Yeah.
And here comes the Hermie slap. Now, this is when I noticed, first off, every chapter before this, Hermie's acting weird. She's taking too many classes. She's being real weird. The sneakoscope keeps going off around her, so I'm like, something's up. And this is why I was wondering if this was your favorite book, because it really builds her up. And it's really about
Is she my favorite character?
I don't know, never asked. Because it's a strong female lead. She's slapping people. She's kicking people. She's talking back to teachers. She's mean like you. So right. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Maybe this is why it's your favorite.
No.
And something I'm just saying.
No, I have no problem with a strong female lead and or
no, so I thought this was, to me, this was like...
Draco deserved that slap.
To me, this was like Hermie's book. Like, I wrote a note later. I wrote, this book should be called Everyone But Harry and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Because towards the end of this book, like, so much shit is going on, and Harry's just sitting watching people talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. Quidditch final. Of course they win. It was way too fucking easy.
Was it?
I thought everything came easy. Yeah. Just, like, make it a match. Is he that much better as a
match
at the game than everyone? Chapter 16, Trelawney's prediction.
Wait, Buckbeak is scheduled to be executed. That's a big...
Well, no. I don't know.
Quidditch final. That's the end of that chapter.
No, but isn't there appeal coming? An appeal?
No, Buckbeak is to be executed. That's the whole
That's not the appeal?
Nope.
There's an appeal. He lost that too. Later, Buckbeak. Don't fuck with the Malfoy.
Professor Trelawney's prediction.
Don't fuck with the Malfoy. Now we're getting close to the finals. McNair. Yeah, you're right. McNair's around. He's going to chop off that head, yo. Hermie went and got the cloak that Harry left in the little trapdoor. See, the mortar's not really cool. I liked all that, but don't go sneak.
Daughter's map is the shit.
The rat is alive. Blackbeak dead. That's how the chapter.
Blackbeak?
Probably Buckbeak.
It's Buckbeak.
Well, Blackbeak's a cooler name. Way cooler name. Don't at me. So Trelawney's...
I don't know. You said Blackbeak, and I thought of Darkwing Duck and the fucking purple car.
We need some Blackbeaks in this fucking book, even though I don't know what color anyone is.
Lee Jordan, it's pretty obvious.
White people named Lee.
He's not. He's...
I don't know.
Black.
Again, you're making me read books.
And I think Alicia Spinett is black too.
I don't know any of this.
Anyway.
So, but the actual the juicy part of this chapter was when Trelawney was possessed.
That's Professor Trelawney's prediction, yeah. Well, okay, you wrote possessed.
I felt like something overtook her.
Okay.
Is that how she...
Okay.
Is that what she does?
Do you want the answer to this question?
I guess the answer is yes, but...
But you get the answer by the end of this book.
Lord rise. No.
You do. Dumbledore
was like, oh, she got 2 things right in 15
Yes,
years.
exactly. So that's when she makes her predictions.
And she doesn't even remember them?
No.
Anyway, Chapter 17, Cat, Rat, Dog.
Yeah, cat, rat, dog.
Now
Alone in
they
the
take
world
the
is
tunnel. Animagus. This was a deep chapter, right?
Yes, it was a lot
You
going
found
on.
fucking
Yeah, the
everything.
Whomping Willow, the nut in the thing. Crookshanks has been hanging out with Sirius.
This is the
Hit
the meat
yeah,
of the book.
Yes, exactly. This is huge.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it as a reader and going, how are there chapters after this? I remember saying that, like, oh man,
yeah,
this is revealing
when I saw there were like 5 more chapters, I was like, wait, what? What?
Wow, you don't realize you're revisiting it again.
So, just some quick notes for me. Hermie kicks? Question mark. I laughed.
Kicks?
Hermie kicks. She threw a kick at Sirius. I thought it was way too easy to beat Sirius, but now I know the whole book. Maybe he wasn't fighting back.
He also was very effing weak. He's been in Azkaban for how long?
He was strong enough to turn into a huge dog multiple times.
He wasn't eating or drinking.
We don't know that.
We do.
Maybe he snuck into the cupboard after he attacked the painting.
Oh my God. He was living literally on hope.
On hose? Boats and hose? Oh. And then, then a crookie, crooks, whatever I call it.
Crookshanks.
I call it crook or crookie. I'm fun. I'm quirky like her.
I never trusted Crookshanks.
Stopped the tree.
Yeah, with the knot.
What? And then you learn about it.
Because Crookshanks has been hanging out with good old
And then you find out
Badfoot.
Lupin. This was like, oh, come on. I was mad at myself for not getting the Lupin werewolf. Lupin is a werewolf.
Yeah. That's why Snape's been making him the potion. Yes. That's why his boggart was a big bright orb.
I wrote stupid in my notes about myself because I didn't get Lupo. I also thought Lupin was helping Black before you find the true story. Then they're best friends. I like that. I like Mooney was come on. Mooney. Stupid little nickname.
Mooney. Yeah, but you don't know that they're Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs until the next chapter.
I wrote a little corny Mooney. And then you find out Scabbers, his pedigree.
Boom.
And then I wrote anything goes now.
Yeah.
Anything goes now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck to expect.
Correct, which is great. And I love that.
Give me some structure here.
No, no. You are a consumer right now. You are a consumer of stories. And the predictions that you made were that this is just going to be another year in Hogwarts.
Well, it was.
Okay, go ahead.
And my last note on chapter 17, which is a very good chapter, very crazy, watching all this happening, and Harry just sits there. And Ron with his broken leg. Give me Voldy, I wrote. It's what I want.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
It's where these are leading.
Not what you said last recording.
No, I know. And I'm shocked that I felt
is this just going to be like every time Harry and Voldemort?
No, I know. And I did a 180.
And now you're like, ooh, I want it.
I did a 180. It all ties back to him. Everything's about him.
Servant of Lord Voldemort.
Everything is about him.
Next, speaking of
18, now you find Remus and Mooney and Wormtail and Padfoot, Prongs, and everything. And it's all back. It's all like it's almost like a cycle. It's like cyclical to me. I can't say that.
Cyclical. Wow, now I can't do it.
Yeah, see?
Just keep going.
And then you find out the Animagi. I don't know if I'm saying that. The house, the tunnel, the willow, the tunnel, everything.
Everything.
Not freezes. You found out everything, and it's just a lot to take in. And then, like, Snape shows up. It's crazy. And then I found out, like, Snape seems to be the Malfoy of that timeline. Like, Snape seems to be the Malfoy to James Potter's Harry. Does that make sense?
Sure.
The 4 of them wrote the map. I wrote their nicknames.
Yeah.
That was a lot. There was a lot to take in.
Yeah. Huge. Huge news.
I liked it. I liked it just as, like, he's a calm werewolf when his friends are around as animals. They did it for him. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And then Servant of Voldemort, 19. It's like done. You think it's done. You think they're all just going to go and everything's going to be fine. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, Dementor's going to come and, like, kill them. And by them all, I mean Pettigrew, Lupin, and Sirius.
Oh, okay.
Why
would he kill Lupin?
Because it would appear to the Dementor that he helped the whole time, in my opinion. And then, so I'm just gonna skip
Okay.
because I'm assuming the listeners know what happens. I thought Sirius should have died. I thought there would be huge impact. I thought it would be a good thing,
Okay.
like a monumental loss
Okay.
that he would remember and feel. I know he feels his mom and dad dying, and he has to relive it through things. But I thought that I thought they were painting a picture like, oh, you're gonna live with him. You don't have to see the Dursleys anymore. You're gonna have your godfather.
They did take it away from him in the end.
No, I know, which was whatever, good in my opinion, good for the story. But I thought if there was loss, I thought it would like maybe it could maybe drive Harry different ways,
Okay.
like a serious loss, a serious consequence. And I did
No pun intended.
Yeah, and I did, but so all right, so the mentor's
Come
kiss.
on, a serious loss, a serious
I
consequence.
didn't mean whatever. Also, there was kind of a little rip off, like a serious dude named Black, serious black guy named Darth Vader, who's the father.
Okay.
You just wrote Godfather.
This is when you're like, he wore green. Green is next to blue on the rainbow. Blue means this, and you are finding parallels that.
No, it's the.
Oh, wait. Speaking of parallels, I never went back. When you were on the chapter of the Bogart, I never got to talk about it. Jedi Swamp. Is that not a metaphorical Bogart? He's seeing himself as Vader dead on the floor. Is that not one of his fears? Is that not training him? Because Yoda says to him, like, you can't be prepared for this, or whatever he says to him. And it's like, this is your Bogart. This is your training device to say, these are your fears. This is what you, are up against.
Places like Dagobah that are very strong with the Force, and you'll discover more of them the more you dive into Star Wars, will show you
Bogart
and will test you.
Is that not what a Bogart is, though? It's like, in Lupin's case.
No, there's
absolutely
there's a parallel.
So I wrote that as a parallel when I first watched that movie because I was like, oh, hell to the yeah. Jedi Swamp is a Bogart. It's the like, go out there and train. Here's your teacher bringing you to this thing that's going to show you something that either you're fearful of or how do you overcome it?
It's on. The thing about that is in Star Wars, like, there's no Lupin to bring his orb.
Yoda.
No,
but Yoda's there to say you have to go and there's nothing you could do to
No, but like Yoda wouldn't show up and help Luke. You have to face it on your own and stuff.
I get it. Luke is also not a 13-year-old kid in school.
Star Wars but no, so the Dementor kiss, I was surprised it grabbed Harry by the face. I was like, oh, well, yeah, curveball. Didn't see that coming. I thought Sirius was dead. I didn't want it, but I thought it would be it. Pettigrew got away, which sucks. But I guess it's good. Even though Dumbledore he's useless to Voldemort now. He's indebted. Huge dislike.
With?
Time Turner.
Hermione's secret.
So glad she turned it in. Because just like Marvel with too much time travel and all the different fucking multiverse, sometimes you jump the shark. And I thought Harry Potter came close with that.
Which?
What?
Like
with the time turner.
Okay. Jump the shark, meaning.
You know what that means? Do you know what that term?
I guess not in the context.
So Grease, not Grease. Sorry, Happy Days. Happy Days was a hit show forever.
Yeah.
And then they had a moment where the Fonz on a jet ski jumped over a shark.
Okay.
In some random episode, and like from that moment on, the show's ridiculous. Like, so from that season forward, jumping the shark is when
you think the time turner is when
it's
cheesy.
Could have. I'm glad she turned it in because if you just have Dumbledore going like 3 clicks and we could redo anything.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that that's there now. Okay. But yeah, other than that, I liked Lupin was awesome. I liked the Bogart. I liked the Dementors. Is it time to grade? Did we touch on everything? Did I forget anything?
I'll post again. He just gets permission to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah. Nice things,
and then Ron
gets the owl.
Gets Errol. Yeah. I just think that they're nice.
No, not Errol. This is a new owl.
Isn't as Errol? Oh, Errol's the old owl.
Yeah. I don't know if this owl has a name. What'd you say?
Pigwidgeon. You don't know that. What's that?
Yeah, and then they might go to the Quidditch World Cup.
Ooh.
And then Harry fucks.
Are you intrigued?
No. And then Harry. Well, I do want to see what countries.
Well, I do.
I do want to see what countries are named. So if they say Germany is playing Ireland in the Quidditch World Cup,
sure.
So there's a whole Wizarding World in Germany.
Are you asking this question actually, or are you just throwing it out
there?
I
don't know if there's like
something outside.
I don't know if there's like
England.
I don't know if there's like a Hogsmeade in Wisconsin.
Okay. Full of magical cheese.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just stay tuned.
But dislikes was.
Stay tuned.
Dislikes was like the time travel.
Likes, dislikes, and rating. Go. Dislikes. You didn't like time travel?
I didn't like that. They could just fix that. But it had happened.
Okay.
Dumbledore again, saving the day.
Dislike him saving the day.
I am curious to see if every book is going to finish with like a little convo with Dumbledore. I hope we see Lupin again. I really like.
God forbid your educator debriefs a traumatic experience with you.
He's not a teacher.
He is.
What does he teach?
He's a principal. And he used to teach. Anyway.
He didn't teach shit.
He used to teach Transfiguration.
He didn't teach shit. He's handing out Save the Day awards. Yeah, I want to see Sirius. I like Sirius Black's character. I like Lupin's character. The Bogart was cool. The Dementors were cool.
I mean, that whole scene in the Shrieking Shack is so
It was a
cool.
lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on.
It's meant to be.
And none of it had to do with Harry.
All of it had to do with Harry. It's his fucking parents.
Well, it's just dad's friends. Yeah, my dad's friends.
That's the reason his parents were killed.
My dad's friends are back around.
Oh.
They wrote a map.
Nothing to do with Harry. Are you really going to throw that hyperbole in there? Nothing to do with Harry.
There was
nothing.
His immediate situation.
Harry is the reason.
He sat and watched that whole conversation. Even Sirius was like, "Get on with it, Remus." But yeah, I really want Snape to like come around.
Okay. To Harry?
Maybe Snape. Ooh, maybe Snape dies protecting these three.
We shall find out.
That'd be a good twist. All right, what do we have to do next?
Rating out of 5. Do you want me to remind you what you gave the last 2?
I think you gave like a 2.
The first,
the 3
the
point.
first book you gave a 4.5. The next one you gave it a half of that. You
gave it 3.8. 3.8. 3.8.
Okay.
3.8. I liked the characters, but I can't believe, like you said before, I called myself out before you called me. I'm shocked, but even there's a Star Wars show, like I said, I just wanted one story. I want Voldemort and Harry. I want first off, I want Harry to like get stronger. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm ready. I'm ready for loss.
Okay.
I'm ready for serious consequences. I'll say it again. I'm ready for these kids to start growing.
Okay.
Maybe more darker shit to happen. I have no fucking.
Okay.
Maybe they just drink butterbeer after meats for 3 more books.
With Madame Rosmerta shoving her tits in their face.
I'm in.
Well, I think that's a good spot. Predictions, and then we're going to move on to what's coming next week.
What's the name of the next book?
The next book is called The Goblet of Fire.
Jesus Christ.
The Goblet.
Right, so no Voldemort.
Do you have that book, by the way? Do I need to give that to you? Okay, I need to give that to you.
The Goblet of Fire.
What's happening?
All right, so Goblet of Fire. Someone needs to drink something. I'm gonna guess Voldemort is a threat again.
Okay.
A direct threat again. And I'm hoping they leave Hogwarts and I hope there's a goblet of fire that they know Voldemort is trying to consume to regain a physical form.
All right.
And they need to beat Voldy to the goblet.
Okay.
Because whoever drinks the goblet of fire.
Champions all.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm
all right. Okay. But that's not bad. You want them to leave. It's not a prediction, but okay. You want them to leave.
I'm hoping they leave.
Okay.
And it's not Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley or what's the other one?
Okay.
Nocturne, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to go somewhere we haven't seen. Maybe Harry's looking for Sirius. Maybe Harry's looking for Sirius wherever he's hiding. Sirius is dead. Voldemort is a...
Why do you want Sirius dead?
I think it would be great for the story. No, it's just like so happy-go-lucky. I'm living with my godfather now. Poop on you. I'm done. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to be watching episode 6, and I'm actually really pumped because it took you a really long time to read book 3, and
we took time off.
I want to watch Return of the Jedi.
They don't know this,
but I want to watch it, and I can't watch it because you need to do dry quizzes. So I'm not allowed. Not allowed.
I know my Star Wars.
I made my prediction, so I'm just gonna let you do this dry quiz.
So you are reading episode 6, Return of the Jedi, my favorite Star Wars film. I'm very excited for you to watch this. And here are the 5 terms. First term for you. Well, you mentioned it in our trailer. Do you know what an Ewok is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I do. This guy looks like a bear with a hood and a...
All right, so that's not one of my 5. I'm going to change that.
Well, then that's cool.
I didn't know I honestly thought you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I know. They're the cute guys. I like them. Right. I don't know what they serve and what purpose they have.
Okay, so what do you think well, do you know what it is?
No, it's a bear. It's like a bear with a hood, like a little Red Robin Hood. That's not
for the listeners. I'm going to
Little Red Riding Hood.
Keep going, then. Keep going.
Red Robin Hood. No, Little Red Riding Hood bear thing that also happens to fight for the resistance. They live in like trees. I know that. There's like a treed.
You know too much.
Right.
Just the trees and that they're bears. That's really all you know.
Well, okay, because the first time that I went to Star Tours, that was in Hollywood Studios at the time, formerly known as MGM, there was a shop, and I wanted so badly an Ewok because it was so freaking cute.
Ewoks are awesome. Love them.
I know, it's so cute.
Okay, so that's one of my 5 then?
Is that what we're doing?
I mean, you kind of knew.
You're telling me.
You've seen an Ewok.
You just said it doesn't say that on our doc. Oh, Ewok is one of them.
Yeah,
okay, so that's fine. So Ewok is a bear-like figure with a hood that fights for the resistance that lives in a tree-lined planet. Did I get it right?
I mean, you've seen.
Did I get it right?
I'm not.
Did
We're scratching.
Oh.
We're scratching Ewok off.
No, that's one of my 5. Next.
But it's a layoff. Next.
A skin disease. A sarlacc? A sarlacc sounds right to me.
I just said sarlacc.
I know, you said sarlacc. I don't think it's a person. I think it's a thing. I think sarlacc is like a disease.
A disease.
Yes, I do. No, I don't, because of the way you said that. But I think that a sarlacc...
You think Star Wars has time to throw a disease in there?
Yeah, absolutely. They had time to throw a cement mixer in there that somebody gets frozen in. Or is it a thing? Would you pick Ewok, Rancor, and Sarlacc if they're all creatures, though? All right, fine. I changed my mind. A Sarlacc is a creature.
Okay.
A Sarlacc is a creature that brings your memory back after the reverse side erases it.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like the opposite of the Men in Black tool?
Yeah.
Okay. Third word for you, Mon Mothma.
That's a person. That's a character.
Your guess.
Because Mon Calamari. Oh no, Mon Calamari was a place. I thought it was a person, right? Mon Calamari was a place, or did we get to that yet?
We didn't get to that yet.
Oh, okay. So then Mon Mothma is a person because Mon Calamari to me was a person. So Mon Mothma is a character that. Okay, so Mon Calamari was the leader of the ocean people, and Mon Mothma is the leader of the flying people because there's moth in there.
All right.
Okay.
Big moth person.
Moth. Ewok I already got because I nailed it, and
I want to give you a 6 because you've seen an Ewok.
Oh, all right. So what are our?
All right. So now I have 2 from my friend John.
Gimme.
And it's the first one.
Gimme. Oh.
My first term for Alicia is Endor.
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 E-N-D-O.
That's got to be a place. That's 100% a place because there was another door, wasn't there? Doesn't matter. It's a place. Endor's got to be a planet or a location or a town or like a base or something. Maybe it's, the Rebel base keeps moving because they keep blowing it up. So maybe it's the new Rebel base because it's 6 now. Maybe this is the end game. Get it, Marvel?
That's Marvel.
Maybe it's the end Rebel base and all of the final battles happen there and everything that is the Empire dies at Endor because it's the
last one.
Was I close?
I'm not saying shit.
Oh.
My second term for Alicia is Rancor.
That's a creature. But I think I know that.
How do you know Rancor?
Again, pop culture or one of the rides in Disney or somebody saying that they want to ride a Rancor. Is that one of the ones that looks kind of like a horse, but it's not a horse? It's got a leash.
A Rancor.
No. I think a Rancor, because isn't there like a Rancor horn?
I know.
Isn't that a thing? I feel like Rancor horn is a thing. I think it's a creature. And I think it's something that we're either going to be riding or sacrificing for its blood, for power or something. It's going to be, it's a creature. It's 100% a creature. And I think a Rancor has a Rancor horn. For whatever reason, my memory is tapping into that. And I think that that's a thing.
I want to give you a 6th so bad because you've heard of Ewok and...
So I got Rancor.
No, you just have heard of it. You're not really right.
It's a creature. Oh.
Not really right at all.
Well, then it's a creature, though, no?
I'm doing in a 6.
Are you giving that to me? No.
I'm not giving
no.
a 6.
No.
I'm doing in a 6.
You get to... Sith?
Sith.
Get it?
First and maybe only time she's getting a 6th term.
This is crap.
Akbar.
You're an Akbar.
Thank you. I wish. A-C-K-B-A-R. Akbar.
No. I'm refusing.
Hope you liked our feisty episode.
Prisoner of Azkaban. Listen, next time you're with us, we are going to be discussing me watching the last of
the original.
Right? Because this is the end. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Never mind. So this is the middle. At the end of the middle.
This is the middle.
But I'm going to watch the end of 6. 4, 5, 6. Return of the Jedi.
You're watching the third movie of the original trilogy. Then
but
there's
the
the prequels.
6th movie of the whole series.
6 out of 9.
Yeah.
But there are other movies. But yeah.
Very excited. I am, because I've been wanting to watch it. I've been wanting to press play, and I'm not allowed to press play because I need to make these dry quizzes happen.
Before we go, did you want to get into why this was your favorite movie?
Yes, absolutely. Without giving away too much from the future.
Right.
So I can't dive too hard into it, and I will later on.
So is this like a foundation?
Very much so. But this is also a foundation that, so a little bit of backstory for you without giving away anything. When J.K. Rowling was still writing the books, they started making the films. So there's a lot of subplot and main plots and characters and settings that just got kind of thrown out because the filmmakers didn't know that they were going to come into play later in the books, and the Marauders are my absolute favorite storyline throughout the whole series. So this is their introduction, and Sirius is my number one favorite character. So not so much in that it was like the greatest journey. It's just, it was the beginning of the spark for all of my favorites in the series. So again, I didn't know it until I was done with the series, but they are.
So we're getting more,
getting
more Remus, getting more Sirius, which I like. I could do without Pettigrew. And
listen, that's all I'm saying. That's why I don't want to dive too hard. I don't want to tell you what was left out and this and that and the other thing, but I will say this is all. Not only is this my favorite.
Don't dive too hard. You'll fall off your firebolt. But ching.
All right. You know what? Let's say goodbye.
Until next time. May the Force
all was well.
Wait, what?